Hello, I'm Jennifer Snyder, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Flying Unicorns Saturday Special Edition. Normally, our shows are held every Wednesday night, and like I said, this is special edition. This is clean and simple today. Clean meaning not a lot of mixed media on the page. In fact, none for me today. And simple meaning everything but simple. Simple not meaning easy, just meaning a little less complex, maybe not a lot of dimension work. So I only have a few announcements. Karen Tamir is doing this show on Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And Shona is in 2 weeks. She makes her debut, so we want to tune in and encourage both of them, especially Shona. She's probably a nervous wreck, but she'll do wonderfully. So, and I hosted the show on Wednesday night, and I had a little family disturbance in the middle. Well, everybody knows in my household that I'm hosting a show. I think they just forgot during the hour. We got a phone call. I know at the end I heard my husband get his guitar out and start playing. So today I've taken some precautions. I'm upstairs. Normally I'm downstairs in my scrap area, but today I'm upstairs because it's bright and sunny and beautiful in New York. But I fear my neighbors. So I hung signs around the neighborhood. This one says, "Please no lawn mowing." Okay? I fear that the neighbor is going to haul out his lawnmower. I can see him right now. He's in the yard. So, And then my second one for my house residents is this one. Quiet show in progress. I've got that hung about too. So let's see if they actually are quiet. So let's get started. I'm going to flip the camera around and start the show. Whoops. Crazy. Hold it. Before I flip it, I want something to have down there. Okay, there we are. There we are. So this is clean and simple. No mixed media and just very, very clean. I made this set today to be a companion set. This is the first page we're doing, and this is the second one. I kind of, these are flat enough so that they can be stuck in an actual scrapbook. So I wanted the pages to at least have some kind of cohesion in color and theme for just a nice scrapbook appeal. This one, we're just gonna get right into it. I have my background sheet. It's just a cream. Oh, you know what? Today, the great thing about the Flying Unicorns is we love to use our stash, and we encourage that. Our challenges, you can participate with your stash product and be comfortable that we're really not trying to push kits down your throat. We want you to just participate with whatever you have at home. So today that's what we're going to be focusing on. Grab your stash out and just make something. Okay, so this is my first page. I've already cut the little line tab at the bottom off. And I've done a little prep work. I've got some layers. I've got a whole layered strip right here, and being a little paper frugal that I am, if I have a beautiful piece of paper, I kind of want to make it stretch as much as possible so that I can use more of it. Instead of having a full sheet of paper down under here, I've cut 2 strips. Most certainly you could take your paper and have this full sheet right here and use that, but heck, why bother? You want to save your paper for a beautiful card or a tag or something. So we're going to start off and we're going to create this layer. Isn't this pretty? It's single-sided, but it's gorgeous. So so far so good. I see him out there. He's got my neighbor's got the wheelbarrow out, but he's behaving himself. So I want to just glue my first border layer on. This paper has some text on it, so I'm going to make sure. I'm just going to be conscientious of the text so that the text is headed in the right direction instead of upside down or sideways when I do cut it. Just those fussy little details really make a difference on your finished, completed page, just for a polished look. I'm going to take my second border, stick down there. I'm a glue-as-you-go kind of gal, meaning sometimes I have to rip up a lot because I don't like placement or I made a mistake. In fact, that's what I had to do on Wednesday's show. I had to totally rip up a section, but, you know, we've all done it. Here's a punched border that I did. I have my favorite punch, my doily lace punch. And if you are just starting out, and I hope that we've got a few people that are just starting out or interested in getting involved in some kind of scrapbooking, memory keeping, it's kind of nice to have just one good punch. You don't need to go off and buy them all, but just one good border punch. This one, like I said, is it's doily lace, it's Martha Stewart, and maybe I didn't say that, but so I've punched a top piece, which you won't be able to see. Heck, let's do that. That's silly. Let's glue it on. And once again, I did not use the full page. I'm conserving paper. There you go. And then onto my bottom. You know what? I want to thank everybody for tuning in on your Saturday. That is so special to me. Saturdays are like just a sacred day, you know, so special to have a Saturday all to yourself, and you chose to spend it with me, so that means a lot, and I thank you. While I'm doing this, I just want to keep an eye on the proportion of my big border. I want it to fit on my bottom layer, so I don't want to make sure, you know, when I'm putting these border strips on, I want to make sure that it will fit. I'm running tight there, but that's what I want. This is the next strip. So let's glue it on. My house is quiet today so far. Thank you, yay. I have a family. Part of the reason why I also I put some signs on my front door that said show in progress, because I have a stopover family. They live close, and I'm grateful for that, but they do love to stop over at a whim, and quite unexpectedly. So if my parents knock on the front door, you know, hopefully they'll see the sign, boldly placed, prominently placed, so that they think twice about knocking. I'm right at eye level, so the mailman can't miss it in case he drops off a wonderful package. Okay, so I got a little proportion, I got a little problem. And it's not a big problem, but I kind of went off someplace. I'm not quite level. So this little piece right here needs to do the rip down and be a little more even. That wasn't even. That's even worse. That's an even, but it's even worse. I think that's good. That's not good, Jen. Criminy. Okay, let's put some more glue on. Let's take this serious and like really smack down the glue. I see it's Saturday and you ladies are talking about food and cheesecake. Hi, Monica. I see you talking about cheesecake. I think we talked about cheesecake on Saturday night too, I believe. Okay, so I am ready to glue my whole layer down onto my base. There we go. I have to keep my eye on the time because while this is a more simple layout, I want to make sure I get to the second one. So, there we are. There we are with the nice border. The nice border strip. I also cut these two pieces just to break it up, break this border section up, give it a finished, polished look. So let's glue that on. When Alda asked me to host Unicorn Magic for a clean and simple style, I was really thrilled because I think I've kind of headed back in that direction. You know, I've done the molding paste and I've done the stenciling, and it's a lot of fun, but I think that my style's changed and I'm really enjoying negative space on the page. You know, I think that's where I'm headed, so this is a really good fit for me. Okay, there we go. You know, my camera looks like it's orange and peachy, but it's really a little more rose and mauve. On my page, I decided to use 3 photos. You can't really see them too much, but these are my darling nieces at the beach. I took the photos a couple of years ago, so I've already, let's set these aside. I've already backed and mounted a couple of these on the matching cream. I like to mount my photos because it does make a clean, crisp appearance. That's my preference. I also took and I wanted 3 photos on the page, so I reduced the size of them and then I printed them off that way. What I did was I reduced them and I fit 2 photos on a 4x6 and printed them off that way to save, well, to save printing expense and to save paper. So that's what I did. I already pre-boarded these. I'm going to do this one and show you just what I do. Okay. I'm going to take my paper cutter. I'm going to take my paper cutter. I'm going to take my paper cutter and cut a straight edge. Then I just go for it. I just I glue my photo on, and then I cut at the border. Because here's the thing. Here's what I found. If I cut my little square border first and then try to fit the photo on, I don't know. I can't seem to do it. I have more problems that way. So I probably do it backward. But that's okay. I have my beautiful, crisp photo, all nice and edged. If you really want to have a nice look, you could take and put some of the patterned paper down and make another border edge for just some interest and depth in the project. You know what? Heck, I'm going to do that. Let's do that. My pages don't have to be exactly alike. One is going to my sister-in-law, the mother of these darling little kids, and the other is going to her mother. Her mother's really enjoys the scrapbook pages, so Mother's Day is coming up, and that is my gift. There. You know what? I love the double border. That's been my thing lately too. I just really, and I'm going to put it in the middle because it's going to pop-ish. I mean, you can't see it that well, but it pops. So let's put it on the page. And I'm also going to place these, when I layer my photos, I want to try to make sure that as much of the photo is showing. So I've placed these just so that this photo is not covering up the most important part of this photo. If I did it this way, you just have to be cognizant of your photo placement and your layering of such. This one layers nicely over this negative space in the photo. Just, you know what, I'm sure that many of you know that, but if you're just starting out, those might be some things, those little itty bitty tips that you just might not think about is your, and I gotta glue this down just so my layering. is okay. And I'm putting at a little bit of an angle. Just a little more interest in the page. I think that's good. All right, I'm happy with that. Okay, so there, we're moving on. And that's what the finished one looks like. I mixed up the placement of the photos, and that's good. So we're moving. We're doing good. My next section is the embellishing. See how easy this is? But what a dramatic impact. So what I did was I took this ribbon. It's pretty delicate pink ribbon, and I'm going to drape it, kind of following the shape of the photos. So we're going to just dab the glue. Now this is a really thick ribbon, and I don't want all the thickness to show, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of twist it and mush it together a little bit so I don't get that bulkiness. This is a ribbon that has wire. Oh, no. Yeah, this has got a little bit of wire on the edge, just a little bit. I kind of like that. I didn't always. I used to strive to find ribbons that had no wire. But guess what? You can take the wire out. You just cut the end. You cut the end here, and you simply pull the wire out. And then you've got ribbon with no wire. But the wired ribbon, I'll tell you, really acts nicely for when you're trying to crunch ribbon on a page. So I'm going to bend it and twist it because it really is too thick and chunky for me. We're going to embellish over it, also cutting down on some of the chunk, but oops, let's kind of move this over a little bit. Once again, thank you for stopping by on your Saturday. Okay, so I'm also going to glue it so that it stays permanently thinner and doesn't expand and get thicker again as it's sitting in a box. Okay, where are my scissors today? Oh, they're hiding. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. I think we're just going to cut the ends. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Moving along. Oh, I want to glue this guy down too. There. You know, pages like this, they don't have to be, there doesn't have to be stenciling on it, and there doesn't have to be inking on it. This is totally ink-free, which is, you know, unusual for me, but it doesn't need all that stuff to just be classically beautiful. Okay, next is my embellishments, my flowers. I have these great cream of flowers I'm going to take out and just pop a few here and there. Not the blue, because the blue is going to totally wreck up my color theme here. Hi, Jelena. Thanks for stopping in. Hi, Julianne. Hi, Lydia. If I don't say hello to you, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's that I'm just not talented enough to do both the chat and my video. So, there we go. So I'm going to pop a little flower here as if that is holding the banner up. I'm going to pop a flower here. You know, this has got a beachy, because I took it at the beach, you know, you can put shells on it. If you want these to fit in a scrapbook page, though, just recognize that the more you add thicker, chunkier, like shells and stuff, it will add to the stress of you trying to stick it in a scrapbook page, but that's all right. You know, you can always stick it in a shadow box. And you know what? I know that some of you are very experienced scrappers, and I know you already know this. I'm just talking out loud to those that are here and just are getting introduced to our wonderful craft. I'm going to stick another flower over there. Great. Okay. I think this is where I shall leave it for the flowers. I want some leaves on it, and I want them to be a little more delicate. And I looked at my page, and they have these nice little, pretty little delicate green leaves, so I wanted to emulate that. So I have this wonderful die. It's from Sizzix. This is one of my classic favorites too. And I'm going to bend a few of the leaves here and there. Hey, it's 20 minutes into the show and there's not a lawnmower to be heard. I think that my sign hung on my mailbox is quite a success. If you tuned in late, I had some signs that I hung around the neighborhood. Please no mowing the lawn, because I'm doing this upstairs in my kitchen today. And then on my house, I hung this, quiet, show in progress, because last Wednesday's show, my husband, he forgot I had a show, so I had to stop the show and run upstairs and hush him down. But it all worked out. So I'm going to stick a few of these leaves here and there. I'm breaking them apart because it's really too big and chunky if I just stick this whole thing on. So I just want snippets here and there. It's okay to rip your stuff apart. It's okay to rip your chipboard apart and your dies. It's okay. No fear. You know what? I can't even tease Alda tonight with my hands getting messy, other than this really sticky, gooey glue that I'm using. But I've got no dyes and no mists and no inks today, so I'm running pretty clean today. So continuing on, we're gonna fold our flowers up, our edges. You don't have to, but it adds, oh gosh, goodness gracious, it adds a little bit of lift to the leaves, adds a little bit of dimension, and yet still can stick inside a scrapbook plastic holder. I know that there are a lot of people that scrap for memory keeping, so it's nice to be able to show them different techniques. Okay, I think for now, this, I grabbed a sweet little button that matches my paper color, and I am going to really quick put a center in the button. So I've got some hemp cord. I'm going to tie a piece, or cut a piece and just tie it. Really easy. I'm going to loop it through. You can do one of two things if you want. You could tie it in the front and have the little knot showing, like this one, or you can tie it in the back and have it showing like this. And I think that's what I'm gonna tie it in the front. You can also, the buttons are really cool because you can use either side, the colored side or the neutral side. And I know you guys know this. You know what? Please excuse me if I'm being basic. You guys, this is National Scrapbook Day. Yay! A day for us. A day for us. Who would have ever thought we'd be sitting by our computers on a day called National Scrapbook Day? I'm gonna stick it there. Actually, I might use the neutral side. That's what I'm doing. Stick it right there. And I'm gonna add the rest of my leaves. Anybody doing anything special for Scrapbook Day? I'm not. I mean, this, yes. But I have to go to a family picnic. My nephew is in the military. He's in the Air Force, and his family is leaving for their 3-year tour to Germany. So they're in town for a week before they leave for their 3 years. I'm very excited for them. I'll miss them, but I'm excited for their new journey. Let's add just a couple more. Couple more leaves. For everybody that served in our military, if there's any veterans, like Monica, I think. Thank you for your service. I really appreciate that. It's quite an honorable thing to do for us. Okay, so moving on. I had a few little pieces of lace that I tucked in the corners. Yeah, you know what? It's not a lot of lace, but it's just that one little pretty little frilly detail. These are little ladies in my pictures. I'm featuring some very pretty little ladies, and so I do want to keep this girly and feminine. So I chose a little bit of lace, and I'm going to put it on the page. I am also doing this because my second page, I used a lot of lace, and I want to keep the cohesion in the two pages. So by introducing just a little dab of lace on this page, you know, it helps bring the two pages together. Stick it under there. There. Okay. One last, but a few last finishing touches. I know. Sometimes, you know, I don't make sense. I've got these butterflies, and I'm going to stick a pretty butterfly right up there. There. I have some gems. These are like pearlescent gems. I have this cool glue. It's called Best Glue Ever. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, for gem placing, wow, it's very neat. This glue came out of my stash, so I'm going to put 3 dabs there and put my gems. You know, the gems and the crystals and the pearls, geez Louise, the glue is so good it's sticking to my fingers. Even though they have adhesive on the back, you know, sometimes they don't stick, right? So I always like to put my own glue down. My fingers are too fat, I think, for gems. There we go. Oh, goodness gracious. Stay down there. Okay, perfect. And then I'll finish up with 3 over here. You know, so when I'm doing these shows, I notice that sometimes I usually miss an embellishment from the original, and I just get, you know, I get flustered and I forget where I am and I get all tongue-tied. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I keep looking at my original. Yep, I mentally checked that embellishment off. Yep, I've used that. Oh, silliness. Stick to the page. Okay. There we go. Oh. Okay. There. Last thing, I have a stick pin. And I'm going to stick the stick pin right in my cluster. You just want to be careful. If you're giving your layouts away as a gift, that the stick pin doesn't pop through the other side, because I don't know, you just don't want anybody coming back at you. And I'm going to try to get it under a layer and back up. There. I think that worked out nicely. There. This page 1 is done. Beautiful. So I've been chit-chatting about making a companion page. And if you tuned in late, this is my companion page. They're going to hopefully go side by side in a scrapbook. So I want some cohesion. So let's move on to this one. I use the same background, and so there it is. And I've got my little niece and nephew over here. My 3 photos. Once again, I shrunk the size. I reduced them. These aren't even the same size. I made one smaller than the others. That's fine. That's good. That's good. I did it, so it's got to be good. And I also added a background matte layer to it. I like the polished, finished look, but it also is in keeping with my first layout. So I cut some more matte backgrounds. So we're going to just matte them up. My fingers are sticky still. We're going to just matte them up. Mine, I kind of did a little bit of crisscrossing and, I don't know. They're not perfectly centered on the page is really what I'm trying to say without saying it. Articulation. You know what? I thought, I'm a morning person, and I thought if Saturday, heck, I got to be better at articulation than I am on a Wednesday show, but apparently not. What you see with me is what you get. I'm going to do this one. I want snippets of the color to show. So, moving on to my little niece, Julia. Hopefully, after the show, I'm going to go and see my niece and nephew. No, my nieces and nephew. Hey, everybody, thanks. Thanks for tuning in on Saturday. That means a lot to me. Got some snippets of color going on there. Hi, Thermad Crafter Lady. Amber, how you doing? Thanks for coming. And my little nephew. Well, I'm ridiculous here because he's clearly on too big of a piece of paper, so I gotta cut him. He just, whoops. He's too big. Okay, we're doing good. Oh, you know what? I decided on this one to make him more manly. I put the green down first, and then the pink. That's me. That's Jen mixing it up. getting crazy scrapping. Oh, you know what, Lydia? Thanks. My doggy layout. These kids, that's their doggy. It's their doggy Penelope. And, oh gosh, she's a beautiful dog. And I took that picture, must have been like 2 years ago. And what Lydia's talking about is CSI. The Flying Unicorns is sponsoring CSI all month. And this is our first, since the month started, this is our first case file. It started last night, and if you don't know how the case files work, you get some, you have to pick 3 embellishments from the list, and then you have to pick one journaling topic and do the journaling. And it's a lot of fun. So if you get a chance, go onto our forum and play along. But that's what Lydia's talking about. So thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so now I've got my matting done. Enough talking, Jen. Just hit it and get it, right? I've got to find my layers. They're hiding on the table. Everything seems to hide. There. Here we go. Here are my layers. I cut out complimentary paper from my paper pack, and I'm just going to put it down on my page. And this one, I punched the border. Once again, it's my Doily Lace Martha Stewart. You can see it better over here. My favorite punch. If I only had a punch, this would be my punch. Of course, I don't only have a punch. I've got like 3 drawers of punches, but I never use them. They're sadly underused. So, okay, I'm just gonna commit and glue. Be right about here. This guy. And oh, Kitty on the beach. I forgot about that one. I haven't posted that one yet, but it's in this kit reveal. Yes. I actually am really quite surprised that Kitty hasn't made her appearance yet, because I know that she's out about someplace here. Oh, whoop. Whoopsie. I want to tuck this guy down, so let's tuck him under. Let's pull another Jen and pull the paper off. And like I said, I'm a gluer, so yeah, we have little mishaps often. Probably every time I scrap. I'm pulling off paper and reconfiguring. That's just how I roll. Okay, I guess I like that. It's a little crooked, but a wee bit crooked. Well, let's pull it down a little bit. Fix her up. Okay, perfect. It's perfect. Now I have a strip of lace. I'm going to pop down here. And this is where I'm talking about the cohesion between the two pages. This is the lace. And I snipped off a little piece of the lace and put it over on page 1 to just tie my embellishments together. This, I think I'm just going to put the glue out like that. I hope everybody's going to have a nice day today. Where I'm living, in Rochester, New York, it's a nice day out. First truly sunny, beautiful day that we've been having in, like, well, maybe all spring. So I am thrilled. I'm going to take the cats outside, supervise them for a while, and then go see my relatives. Okay, good. I have another piece of trim I'm going to put down. This page, I really didn't want it to be so girly because my nephew's in it. Not that it matters, but I just wanted to be a little... there's nothing masculine about this page with pinks and polka dots and flowers. You know, I don't have to use... It doesn't have to be so feminine. So. Although the page is not for him, it's for his grandma and his mother, so whatever. Okay, let's pop the photos down. Yep. See, we're moving along. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have you guys out eating lunch soon, or breakfast, or whatever time frame it is for you. Or going to bed. I think my neighbors are all building a deck or something. I haven't heard them hammering, but I'm fortunate for them. I think I might bake them some cookies and once I take down my no lawn mowing note and thank them for being so hospitable during this show. Oops, let's move them down. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, she's maybe a little crazy. On my first page, my original page, I have this, I don't know what you call it. I have problems with words. It's, I don't know, this round, this round thingy. See it? It's, I don't know what it is, but we're going to make one, okay? I don't know what it is, can't describe it to you, but we're going to make one. The paper that I used, accordion flowers. The paper pack that I used had some coordinating to my paper, but you know what? They were too big and clunky, and so I decided to make my own. And I don't have a die cut for it. I don't need one. I'm going to show you how I do it. You got to keep it narrow because the narrower the paper, the smaller your diameter is going to be. So if you want it small, you got to keep it pretty narrow. Like I want mine small. So I'm going to cut me a thin piece of paper. Let's put this aside. And I better keep it here so it stays focused. I'm going to cut a thin piece of paper, and I'm just going to fold it like an accordion. But you have to fold it very thin. Like, you know, this, make sure you don't start getting too chunky. We're going to quickly fold an accordion. And while I'm doing that, maybe I can read some chat. So, let's see, it's really tough to chat. I see, oh, hi Rena. Anna, hello, thanks for stopping by. See, my accordion. I know, this does not make for exciting television, does it? But I think the end results are pretty darn cool. So I'm going to try to fold quickly. Now, you know, I got to be honest. I don't have a die. I did have this die. And honestly, I couldn't get it to work for me. So I gave it away. I think I have more success just doing it by hand. And more satisfaction. You don't need a die. Why spend $19 when you can just do this yourself? Watch. Once I get to the point where I'm going to glue it, womp womp, epic failure. But I'm going to keep it positive and think that we're going to have some success. Okay, so there we go. You want to make sure that they're pretty, just squeeze it together, they're pretty well folded. The creases are pretty well folded. So let's glue my ends. I've got some tape handy just in case I need it, but I'm going to simply just take your paper, fold it in a circle, and glue the ends together. Make sure they will stay together. And then you're gonna, well, I need some glue, or tape. Because when I try to fold it, I'm just gonna have some craziness. So let's tape it together. Everything's sticking. Oh goodness. Just there. Okay, so now I'm going to take and fold it in. I'm going to cut well, before I fold it in, I better cut a small circle to mount it on. Just doesn't have to be perfect. It's just, nobody's going to see it. So I'm going to glue some glue to it. Fold my little guy, make him tight, and just pop it on to my circle. Done. Done. So probably, you know what, even I tried to make it very small, and it's still even a little bigger than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. He might need some glue. On top of it, I'm going to pop a button. And actually I'm cheating because I'm going to take a button off these pre-done ones. I'm going to pop a button off and just kind of repurpose it onto my page, or onto my little accordion flower. Come on, stick. And there. Whoops. Yikes. Glue all over. Oh my goodness. I don't even have a tissue. What am I doing? I'm gonna just wipe it on my quiet show in progress sign. Okay, there. And you know what? This is a great way that you can coordinate an accordion flower with whatever paper you're using. Your own way. Make it your own way. So I'm gonna glue it over here. I punched out some leaves from my patterned paper. Once again, using my die cut that I adore. And I use the same leaves for, you got it, cohesion. Page cohesion for my companion page. That's my word of the day, cohesion. Clearly, accordion was not my word of the day. Accordion flowers. But cohesion, I got. So I'm going to also bend my leaves. Tuck a couple up here. Happy scrapbooking day, everybody. It's nice to have a day set aside for a hobby. It makes us feel so special. Although the rest of the world, if you were to tell that to the rest of the world, go out today, if you were to go to the store today and go about your business and tell everybody, you know what, oh my gosh, scrapbooking day, I think you would just get the crazy award because people just don't understand us. But we here, everybody on chat gets us. So I think that's why it's so special just to have a couple of moments to gather in a community and share our love and our passion of this fine craft that we spend so much money on. There you go. But my husband will tell you that, heck, collecting cars, old cars, doing old vintage cars is much more expensive. So if you got to have a craft, $2 paper here and there, $5 flowers, 79-cent paper is good. Whoops. I think I tucked some flowers in. This page is almost done. We're rocking. We're rocking and moving. Because while you graciously want to spend a little bit of your Saturday with me, you don't want to spend the whole day with me. And I agree. We've got some things we need to keep doing, and we want to scrap ourselves. Make some flowers over here. Or leaves. Oops. And call it a day. Take my butterfly. I'm going to use another butterfly over here. Yes. For what, everybody? Cohesion. Right. Pop it over here. Because my companion page has a butterfly. And you know what? And they're just darn pretty. So that's really the reason I'm using them. I've got some flowers that I'm going to use. Flowers over... Here they are. I heard my phone buzz, and I was so hoping that it wasn't Cynthia or Alda saying, whatever. Jen, you forgot to hit record or something silly. Pick some flowers out. And you know what? I'm totally going without ink. Without ink in the edges, and that's so unusual for me. But I'm really loving the clean look. Pop some flowers over here. Gosh, these are the most delicate flowers. Love them. Love them. Remember, today is a day about using your stash and getting rid of just using some of the beautiful papers you have at home. That is what today's about. I don't think I like any of the flowers I picked. I need different ones. Yes, today's about using your stash. Because once you use your stash, heck, you can go buy more stuff. Honestly, it's fun to use your old stuff because some of it is just so beautiful. And we forget about it. We put it aside to buy our new stuff. And you know what? Haul out that old stuff. Put some flowers over there on top of the accordion flower that we made by hand. As I'm moving, I'm still admiring my beautiful accordion flower. Let's get some flowers down here. I think I need to pull them out a little bit. Put in one more flower down here. I have a button. Then I'm going to pop right in the corner here. And I'm going to once again tie some hemp. Put a little hemp on it. So I'm using just hemp string. I'm cutting a small piece, and then I'm going to string it through. This one that has no color, it's neutral on both sides, so that's good. It makes my choices a lot easier. Barbara, I'm so glad that your sister loved the canvas. That is just must have warmed your heart. It was probably warmed her heart to receive it, but I'm glad she loved it. It's always satisfying to know that the recipient just adores what they got. So I'm taking the button and I'm going to put the knotted side down. I like the clean look for today's project. Pop the button there. Add another leaf here. And one last little topping. My finishing touch. If I can find my little papers, I punched out some papers, or I cut some papers. What did I do? I punched out the papers, and I'm going to put a little border up there. Just an interest, a point of interest. It serves no purpose just other than, you know, add a little interest to the page. And then I think I have another piece lying around. No, I don't. So I'm going to punch a piece real quick. I think I'll punch some pink. Just a small piece. Oh, it's crazy. I'm going to top it. You know what? This guy's too long. Oop. And I just put glue on the piece that I don't want to use. I'm still crazy, even on a Saturday. There you go. I'm going to put this there. I'm going to add my matching pearls. And then that's it. We're going to be done. Of course, my glue doesn't want to come out. I said I decided I didn't put the top on, and now it's just wants to be fussy on me. So back with the beacons. There. Ooh, that one went on quite easy. It's so, you know what? Listen, take a listen to the house. Yes, nothing. That's right. You hear nothing. I'm so happy. My signs must have worked on the door. Everybody's being very quiet. There you go. And there we have it. I think I'm looking at my companion, my original. Yep. I think I've added everything. So these are my companion pages. There you go, A and B. I love them, love them, love them. And just my clean and simple, there's a lot of the same elements. Yes, the embellishments are just about the same, but I used 3 photos over here. I balanced it with 3 photos over here. You know, I've got my paper punching. I use the same punch over here. You know, I've added my pearls that I used over here. I have my buttons the same. So it's just those little details that make it a cohesive companion page. So let's flip the camera up and get you on your way today. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed the clean and simple style. I want to welcome those who came to the show for the first time, and I want to thank everybody else for stopping in on your Saturday. Wednesday night is Karen Tamir, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. In 2 weeks, 2 Wednesdays is Shona making her debut. And I thank you and happy National Scrapbook Day. Now let's see if I can stop it. Stop the record.